Look down at a body laid out on cold stone. Andrea Mantegna's The Lamentation over the Dead Christ, painted around 1480, a tempera-on-canvas that feels monumental despite its modest size. Today in Milan's Pinacoteca di Brera, this image confronts us head-on with Christ's corpse, thrust toward the viewer by radical foreshortening. Mantegna strips away crowd and landscape, fixing our eye on skin, linen, and stone, the aching stillness between the last breath and the first tear. Every plane is measured, every contour chiseled like sculpture, yet the humanity is unbearably tender. Stay close, because the more you look, the more this picture seems to breathe. Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support helps us keep creating more educational videos like this one. At the upper edge, Mantegna begins with absolute quiet. Christ's pallid head and chest lie foreshortened on the slab, the jaw slack, the eyelids heavy. Cool light grazes the stubbled cheek and pools along the fine folds of the shroud, every crease a tiny ridge catching illumination. One pierced hand, turned palm up, flashes a sharp highlight, the wound like punctuation in a sentence of silence. Notice the stony, almost metallic modeling. Shadows run thin and blue-gray, as if the flesh were carved and chilled. Here tenderness is technical, measured lines and precise hatching that make death feel both factual and unbearably near. Slide down to the middle band. The chest and abdomen press toward us, compressed by perspective. The side wound opens like a small, dark mouth against waxen flesh. The hands rest stiffly across the lower abdomen, fingers slightly clawed, signaling the onset of rigor. Mantegna maps ribcage and sternum with sculptorly certainty, while the linen wraps flow in parallel tracks, steadying the eye. Geometry serves devotion here. The hard plane of the slab meets the foreshortened torso at a right angle, turning the body into both icon and evidence. It is anatomy observed, and a theology of touch rendered in line and light. At the bottom edge, the feet project into our space, nail marks visible. We meet the stone slab's rim like a threshold, and beyond it, the tiled floor recedes in measured steps. This is where the optical gamble pays off. Foreshortening can distort, so Mantegna subtly reduces the feet, an artist's correction that prevents proportion from overwhelming pathos. The toes are blunt, the soles taut, the ankle bones hard under skin. A catalog of the body's fact. Perspective pulls the eye inward, but the wounds return us to the surface, inviting the mourner's kiss and the viewer's breath at the very edge of the picture. What style makes this so piercing? Mantegna's Paduan training fused classical sculpture with early Renaissance science. Hard contours, crisp hatching, and a cool stone-toned palette give forms sculptural weight. His fearless linear perspective and daring di sotto in su viewpoint turns the painting into a stage pressed to our feet. Tempera on canvas, relatively unusual then, yields matte clarity and razor edges. The result is devotional realism, the antique reborn in the service of grief. In a few feet of canvas, Mantegna transforms geometry into compassion. The Lamentation over the Dead Christ is at once forensic and tender, a radical experiment and an intimate vigil. It asks us not merely to look, but to keep watch, to stand at the slab's edge and feel the weight of love, loss, and the hope that follows silence.